Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe and another Walking Dead Q&A video. Figured I'd squeeze this one in before the newest Daryl Dixon episode airs tomorrow night / Sunday morning. Wanted to get this one out to y'all before that time, of course, because tomorrow will be the Let's Chit Chat video, and obviously we got a few other videos coming out to y'all today. Got a lot of videos coming out to y'all today, actually, so stay tuned if you're a fan of Peacemaker and Gen V and all that crazy shit. So, but yeah, this is the Walking Dead video for today. Wanted to get another one out to y'all because I had some people asking me, Dan, could you do another one? I was like, yeah, Loki, if I have time, I'll squeeze it in, and, well, luckily I did. So, yeah, just a few ones, few comments, nothing huge, but wanted to get through a few of them that I know some people were asking me to go through. Yeah, anyway, looking forward to the new Daryl Dixon episode. The last episode was really good, so I'm going in with some, relatively, decently high expectations. Nothing too crazy, but, I'm hoping it's a good episode. It looks good. It looks really good. So I'm hoping they keep up the momentum of episode 4. At least somewhat like episode 4, like at least some good storytelling, good writing, good stuff like that. That's what I can at least hope for. But, yeah. So, the first one comes from JM, who says that, Dan, do you think that maybe we could see a storyline coming up in maybe a future season of the Walking Dead universe? And I figured I'd ask Dan for your Q&A. Do you think that maybe we could see Daryl come back to Commonwealth, get a reunion with Rick, but then they find out that Laurent is not there? Therefore, Rick and Daryl set out to find Daryl's son figure, and on the road while doing that, they run into Morgan. Maybe this could be a reason why we see Daryl, Rick, and Morgan on the same screen again. You know what I tell you would be really cool? Genuinely, that'd be really cool. But you know what I'd love even more is if it was all 4 of the season 1 characters. You know what I'm saying? Like you get Daryl, Carol, Morgan, and Rick. I mean, that's what the fans want. I'm sure that's what all the fans want. You know what I mean? Daryl's a good character. He's a good lead for his own show. But when this show comes to an end, I want to see Rick, Daryl, Morgan, Carol. You know what I'm saying? Want to see our main characters again. So I agree. I mean, I would probably come up with a more complex reason of why they're out there, but that's just me, of course. I would probably give us some kind of massive reason. Maybe there is actually a threat to the community that needs to be contained, and Daryl's worried about the idea that Laurent could be in the area, and then they're like, okay, shit, like, let's do something, But, I mean, that's just me. Like, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to do a lot of big things. There's a lot of really good opportunities if they want to use it. I mean, like I said, I did a video yesterday talking about maybe the idea of them resurrecting the CRM, like, not resurrecting the CRM, I guess that's not a good way to put it, but like, more so like bringing in the CRM when we thought they were done, you know what I'm saying, at the end of The Ones Who Live. And I got a lot of feedback from you guys on that video yesterday, and a lot of people are saying, like, yeah, like, they're probably going to bring the CRM in some kind of a shape or form. I also agree. I think the CRM has something to do with something, so maybe that's an idea for a plot for the Daryl and Rick and Morgan and, everybody else reunion. It's hard to say. I'm also just not sure where Negan and Maggie stand on this whole thing. Like, are we going to see Negan and Maggie with the rest of our characters, or are they just going to keep them on Dead City for a little bit? I honestly beg them to just bring them back to our main crew, but they'll probably keep Dead City going at least for a little bit, so we'll have to see. But in terms of that, at least the Rick and Daryl reunion, yeah, I mean, that's a plot you could do, but I feel like you're also going to have the CRM involved in there somehow. But again, who knows? It's hard to tell. It could be a mixture of both, honestly, at this point. The next one comes from Dylan, who says that, Dan, I'm just asking because I'm genuinely curious, are the Walking Dead rewrites still happening, or can we assume that those are canceled? No, they're definitely not canceled. Listen, this is the thing with the Walking Dead rewrites, guys, and this is the thing that I've made sure to make clear. I brought them back earlier this year for one specific reason. I made sure to acknowledge this, and I've said it many, many times before. The Walking Dead rewrites are simply here when I'm able to do them. That is strictly what they are. When I'm not free, or when I have, obviously stuff going on with my normal shows, World Gone Mad, which is my own original zombie apocalypse story. If anybody hasn't seen that, I guess, feel free to check that out. That's the thing I'm the most focused on when it comes to my writing. And also my 1950s series, Fly By Night, which I'm actually actively trying to get out a new episode to y'all right now. Obviously that's kind of the thing about that, right? Is that I'm kind of in a position where when it's those shows that are going on, those are more important. So, World Gone Mad and Fly By Night, my own original stories that are originated by myself with my own original characters, those are going to be bigger priority than, rewriting a Walking Dead show, right? But I will say, yes, you will be getting another episode of the rewrites. There is the season 8 finale that I have to get out to y'all. Like I said, they happen when they happen. That's what I've said about the rewrites. They're not really on a massive schedule anymore. They are basically whenever I get a free chance to do one, they happen. That's basically where I'm at with them. Because again, like, it's, here's the thing about the Walking Dead rewrites. Obviously, I know a lot of people enjoy them. I know a lot of people watch them, and I did bring them back, obviously, because of the high demand, and obviously they will continue to be around. However, the thing is that they won't be around all the time. They'll be there when I'm able to make them. That's basically what it comes down to. So, no, they are absolutely not canceled. You will see another episode of the Walking Dead rewrites, and there is much more to come for the rewrites. It's just, the thing is, obviously, original projects take more of a priority, and I'm already actively trying to get one of those out to y'all right now, so that's just not going to happen until I can obviously do that. And then obviously World Gone Mad returns on Halloween night, which I'm very excited for. I can't lie, I'm counting the days, and I'm the one that made it, for crying out loud. I'm counting down the days until we're back, because, well, the show's been, gone for a good while. So, but yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of those shows are going to be going on over the next, few weeks here, obviously. And then, obviously World Gone Mad is going to be coming back. But, yeah, no, rewrites are still happening. They just are strictly when I can do them. Because if I crowd my schedule too much, then I stress myself out, and that's obviously not any fun. So what I just do is when I have free time, when I have a free minute, I'm like, hey, look, oh, shit, okay. Let's make another rewrite episode. That's basically what it is. So that was the condition of bringing back the rewrites. And I made sure to make that very clear to everybody, is that the rewrites will be there when I have a free minute. That's basically what it is. But they won't be all the time, because obviously I got other shows to do, daily videos to get done, and a bunch of other stuff, that I have going on, obviously. So, it's strictly when they're able to happen. That's the way I'd put it. The next one comes from Great, who says that, honestly though, Dan, I don't want a reunion just for the sake of having a reunion. I want the story to be right, and I want them to plan it out at a good time. What do you think? No, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that, because they finally did the thing that I was asking them to do the entire time, which is confirm that they're even working on a reunion at all. You know what I mean? Because, for a small time there, it was almost like, are they even gonna do a reunion? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a question for a small time, But obviously, the question is now, is like, okay, will we get some kind of reunion, in the Daryl Dixon show? Or are they going to wait even longer and try to plot out a actual reunion in some other kind of series? I'm not going to lie. Based off the fact that they're filming season 4 of Daryl Dixon, and they're only now starting to talk about how they're going to do the reunion with Rick and Daryl, they either want to totally throw us off to where we see the reunion in 408, which, that would be fantastic. Or they're only getting into it now, and we won't get the reunion with Rick and Daryl at the end of the Daryl show. I am prepared for that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I am semi-prepared for that. And honestly, either way, this is what I would say about the Daryl show if we don't have the reunion with Rick. The show lost the plot, genuinely. Because you give Daryl a love interest, and you kill her off. You bring Carol into it, and Carol barely even acts like Carol half the time. And the main reason why Daryl went to France, or, well, he didn't go to France voluntarily, but you guys know what I mean. The main reason why Daryl left Alexandria at the end of the original series, or, the Commonwealth, is because he was going out there to look for Rick. So if you don't accomplish that at the end of the spinoff that was made based off of that story, then you're kind of missing the mark, if you ask me. So to me, I would say it's your ideal, way of doing it to put the reunion with Rick at the end of the Daryl show. But they may want to go bigger with it. And to be honest, even though I'll say for the Daryl show that's a missed opportunity, if it's what's right for the story is for them to say after 408 a Daryl comes out, they're like, okay guys, listen up. We got a Daryl and Rick sequel thing that we're working on. I'd be like, okay, you're forgiven, That's what I would say at that point. But the good thing is that they at least are telling us they're actively working on a reunion. That's why I'm not even upset anymore, You guys noticed, the last, year and a half, I was like, you fucking assholes, give us the reunion. I was losing my shit, I'll admit to it. I love that duo is everything to me. So I felt very deeply about it, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm kind of like, okay, they told us the reunion's happening. They told us they're working on it. Take whatever time you need. Just make sure you do it before 2030, please. You know what I'm saying? Please don't wait longer than that, for the love of shit. But still, I mean, you know, at least if you don't do it before 2030, or if you do it later than 2030, I'll put it this way, that's when I'll start saying, what the fuck, you know? But if you do it before 2030, that's fine. Just knowing that they're planning it out and that they're going to do it and they're confirming they're going to do it, that's really all that matters to me. That's all that really matters to me in the end, so I mean, do what you will. Honestly, that's where I'm at with the whole situation. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And then finally, the last one comes from Oz, who says that, Dan, honestly, who cares if it's a new or old storyline? Honestly, if it's an old storyline in the CRM, just scrap it. And honestly, just type something out in AI and come up with a new storyline if you have to. You know, honestly, that honestly feels like what Gimple does half the time with these shows. AI-generated scripts. Honestly, that's what that feels like. I ain't gonna lie. There's some times where I'm like, did AI write this shit? Like, seriously? I sometimes think AI could have done a better job. But, you know, that's just me. Yeah, you know, in terms of, I mean, you know, a new storyline, you know, and this is in regards to the CRM stuff, you know, them returning. I agree that bringing the CRM back is kind of a lame, desperate, you know, move. Obviously, you can tell it wasn't planned. It definitely was not planned. Do I think it's desperate? Yes. Would I take it? Fine. You know what I'm saying? If it brings Rick back, that's fine. But I'll put it this way. Would I rather a new storyline with creative decisions and creative ideas? Oh, 100%. 150%. I just have low standards for Walking Dead these days, y'all. That's why I say stuff like that. Because, you know, I'm at a point where I'm like, listen, if it gets us Rick back, if it gets us the reunion, if it gets us Morgan back, I really don't care about the rest, honestly. They've lost the originality plot a long time ago, so I'm just good with whatever they give me at this point. As long as we get the reunions and the characters back that I want, and they don't kill them off in a terrible way before that, then I don't really care what happens. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see my favorite characters back on the same screen again just once. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see Rick, Morgan, Daryl, Carol, maybe Michonne in there, Maggie, Negan. Bring those characters back together, at least as many of them as you can, and I will be satisfied, right? I don't think, a lot of people say, Dan, you're a hard guy to please. I don't really think I am. I think that's a pretty simplistic, you know, request from a, you know, average Walking Dead fan. Give me the main characters back together again. Doesn't really matter the storyline. I don't care if it's the worst storyline in the world. Just give me those characters back again on the same screen. Give me a reunion. Give me them, you know, an interaction with them. And I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good from there. So that's where I'm at with that whole situation. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Post your comments down below. Are you guys excited for, of course, the episode Daryl Dixon tomorrow / Sunday morning? And, of course, we'll have our review out, of course, and our Let's Chit Chat video tomorrow. So stay tuned for all that stuff. If you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe. And if you don't miss any of the videos, make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.